Okay, what we're going to do here is we're going to review the ICF new credentialing exam for the ACC level, but it's also good for those who are going for PCC or even towards MCC. Always a very good revision. So I even tell those who are going through the MCC process, like Anne and also Monica, to come and join it because it's going to be very, very useful revision. Okay, so if you're joining in, just come and learn, and we're going to review them together. So it's going to be a good learning for everyone. Yeah, and we just have Irvin joining us as well. Okay, so I think Irvin is going to prepare for his PCC as well. So welcome him. Okay, now there's a change in the ICF exam procedure for ACC to make it a little bit more tailored towards that level, because the current PCC and NCC questions will be a bit more challenging for them. So this is the structure of the new ACC exam. There will only be 60 multiple choice knowledge question. So if you notice this exam that's different from the PCC and MCC one is that PCC, MCC tests on the scenario, which is application. So under the KSA, knowledge, skills, and attitudes, the main test here at ACC level is knowledge test. So rather than just testing on application, it's just testing on pure knowledge. And that's a good approach because for an ACC learner, it's their first exposure to coaching. So it will be a bit challenging for them to be exposed to so many different scenarios in the past. So it's going to be harder for them to even clear the exam. So therefore, ICF sets this as a knowledge-based test, and it's only 60 multiple choice questions. Okay, so for ACC, there's only 60, which is going to be very, very easy. Okay, and each one has a brief prompt, which means it's not going to be so lengthy. So if you watch my videos on YouTube where when I go through the PCC exam sample questions, the questions or the scenarios are quite long. You got to read quite long. But for ACC, it's rather short, a brief prompt, and then 4 possible choice. And because it's a knowledge base, which means that there's only one correct answer. There can only be one correct answer. Right. Unlike the PCC, MCC exam, you will choose the best and worst answer, and it can be a bit challenging because you need to kind of decide which one is the most probable answer. Okay. Now, like the PCC, MCC exam, the ACC exam has a little short break in between. So you have about a total of 1.5 hours to kind of complete, or maybe just slightly above an hour, right? One hour plus. So you have what we call the section 1 with 30 items, which is 30 questions at the start, and 39 minutes to complete them. So you have about 1 minute per question and 9 minutes of review time. Once you complete them, you cannot go back to section 1 anymore. So the moment you enter your break, section 1 is taken as completed. You cannot review the questions anymore. And then you go to section number 2, which is another 39 minutes. Okay. So therefore, altogether, you have about 1.5 hours thereabouts, yeah, about 1.5 hours. Okay, with inclusive of break. However, if English is not your first language, let's say you are from a country such as Singapore, right? So Singapore is not an English-speaking country officially. Our official language is Bahasa Melayu. So therefore, ICF will give you an additional minute. So for friends in Taiwan as well, you will be given additional minutes if you're doing it in English. But for Rafi, our friend in India, there's no additional time because in India, most people speak English. So they will give the standard amount of time, which is 39 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Then what's the format going to be? Total 90 minutes, 60 MCQ questions, and everything will be done through the exam centers around the world. And I always encourage you to go to the exam center rather than doing online for a few reasons, because exam centers provide you with help. Like if you raise your hands, the proctor examiner will come and just assist you wherever you have questions. They will not give you any clues, but at least if you have any technical issues, they are there. For the online, you need to have a very, very quiet environment. Basically, no noise around you. Your computer will be locked and everything. So it's going to be a bit more challenging for people who are doing online. Right? So I always encourage, if you can, go to exam center where possible.